Well, it's that time again. It's time to cover another problematic artist. And when I mean problematic, I mean very outwardly shitty artist. The person we're covering today makes Java's art look good. The person we're covering today makes Antoons comics look very much tame in comparison when it comes to bigotry. Today, we're covering none other than Hedgewik, a blatant racist and anti-Semite who makes comics showing his blatant and racist anti-Semite views. And I know there's going to be one person in the audience who goes, well, a lot of these comic creators just make, edgy jokes for the sake of edgy jokes. Except with Hedgewik, that's not the case. He admits that his comics do have meaning. I can say with 100% certainty that Hedgewik is a person that pushes out right-wing propaganda that's filled with anti-Semitic bullshit and racist bullshit. First one is blatantly obvious. The point is, oh, Jewish people are like white people, but they're like fake white people because because of big nose. Like, there isn't much of a point here other than, haha, Jews bad. Isn't that so fucking funny? I can't think of any clever jokes, so I have to use edgy topics and blatant anti-Semitism instead. Now, this next one is, like, the point's obvious. Oh, you communists like to say that the mega billionaires, the billionaires, and the millionaires are the real evil ones. But you know who's on top of the pyramid? The bankers. He means Jews. Let's pretend we know nothing about Jewish stereotypes, like about banks and shit, and just assume this is an attack at bankers. I mean, okay, if bankers are truly on the top of the food chain on this pyramid, wouldn't they also count as like mega billionaires or very rich as well? Meaning they're, still kind of has a point. The communist still kind of has a point at the end of the day. Now, let's address the whole, oh, Jews have a lot of money and power fallacy. Because here's the thing, they don't, not really. Here's a fun little chart. Notice something a bit odd. Jews only have like about 1% of the total wealth. Meanwhile, almost every other religion has more. It's almost as if the whole thing about Jews having a lot of money and power is bullshit. In fact, if any religion, and I'm not saying they do, if any religion were to have the means to control the population at large, it would be the religion with 56.2% of the wealth. Christians. Golly, it's almost as if, Jews have been used as a scapegoat throughout history, and nowadays, not much has changed. I'll definitely have to cover that subject in a future video, or knowing how the voting system works, probably in a past or soon to come video. Now, we've already proven that trying to blame Jews is dumb because at the end of the day, they don't have a lot of wealth and power compared to other religions, at least. But the obvious fact is that white people hold most positions of power, whether they be political or business-wise. Not only that, but they are also mostly straight and male. And that's not racist or sexist, that's fact. White people are, in the majority, so they're going to hold the majority of power, especially with all the racism and years of Jim Crow laws and slavery and all that fun stuff. So yeah, technically if something fucks up, it's most likely a white person's fault. Of course, I'm not saying all problems are caused by white people, but most certainly are. Not because they're naturally prone to fuck up shit, but because there's more of them in general. And of course, since we've already debunked all of that shit, yeah, this shit also makes no fucking sense. Also, how the fuck is the fucking porn industry connected to the government, the media, and every fucking thing? What connects them? They make money. And also, here's another thing. If the government and pornography were connected, wouldn't there be tax cut and benefits for people who work in the porn industry? The thing is, they don't. Man, I kind of wish that was true. I mean, I used to fucking sell dick pics and shit. That counts as porn. I would love it if the government knocked on my door and said, "Hey, I see you're selling dick pics. You want a big fat fucking check?" Instead of focusing on merch today, we're going to be focusing on my Patreon today, where you can get videos from me early. When I make a video, I don't immediately upload it and publish it to YouTube. I keep it unlisted there. I try my best to upload it on a consistent basis every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. But by becoming a Patreon on my Patreon, you get to watch videos early. And if I ever need to, like, change a video because I got something wrong, you get the early cut, the wrong cut. Well, let me spice it up. If I ever cancel a video, it will also go to the Patreon. Not only is it early videos, early versions of videos, and maybe even scrapped videos at times, but you also have the benefits of there being other perks. But if you just want to get videos early and get a thank you from me truly, then you could just get the first tier at $3 a month. Imagine being able to watch my videos early and bragging about them to your friends. So if you're a big fan of my content and you want to see videos early while also supporting the channel, come down to my Patreon, link below. Now, if, blatant anti-Semitism wasn't enough for you because you're kind of weird or something, then the racism that he blatantly puts on his Twitter as well is also a cause for concern. Like this Among Us themed racist post, like, oh, this is like especially bad because, children do play this game. And by posting something like this, more children are likely to be exposed to it. Now, of course, kids might mostly look at this and go, "Oh, well, there's nothing racist here. It's just my favorite game, Among Us." But as they grow older, and if they're still a fan of stuff like this, or the specific person posting this stuff, they can end up learning some very wrong and racist things. Now, this one is blatantly just based off racist stereotypes, like, "Oh, big black fat women are mean and aggressive, and oh, that's gonna be a big problem, maybe. Oh, because all of them are alike, and then oh." I know that someone's gonna come in here and try to say that Karen is technically a racist stereotype. I mean, it's not. It's based more on wealth and privilege. It's just most of the time, white people happen to be, rich and privileged. Now, I know I'm going to get a racist motherfucker coming in here saying, "But I've seen black people cause a scene. They do it a lot, and so do white people." In fact, the fact that Karen is a popular stereotype kind of proves that regardless of race, people can be assholes. Now, this next one is another racist one. Oh man, black people rape white women more. If they really wanted equality, we would have to rape even more women. Do they even deserve equality if they're committing all these crimes? Yes, because not all black people are rapists. And there's not even scientific evidence saying that black people are prone to rape people more. And no, statistics don't count. Statistics don't factor in the other stuff like, context. And I know someone's going to use by capita as an argument. And I even went to check if the capita is actually true, if by capita that is actually true. And it is, but if we're going to do by capita, technically wouldn't it be where it's men that are mostly rapists, so men shouldn't have rights either? Because by capita, most men are rapists as well. But of course you wouldn't use that argument because that's dumb logic. Not every man is a rapist, and not every man should be judged by the crimes of the few. Because yet again, statistics do not equal natural science. The natural science of a person is not prone to being a rapist. Statistics don't factor in, context either, so yeah. using statistics to say a certain group of people are bad is dumb. Spent an hour doing research on statistics in capita to prove a point I could have done in fucking seconds. And before someone tries to make the really dumb argument of saying that different races are biologically different, nope. Scientifically proven that is not the case. We share 99.9% of our DNA with each other. So by using science, all the statistics claiming that black people are prone to being criminals more is bullshit. Also, in a case like this, both parties would be wrong. Racism is a term that is true. The term means judging someone based on their race negatively, meaning that yes, black people can be racist towards white people. However, if you think being racist towards white people is a major issue in this country, you're fucking wrong. Like we explained earlier, not only is there more white people, but they control most of the wealth. So if the people that hold most of the wealth are discriminating against black people more, then yeah, of course that's going to be more of a problem than a minority of people being racist against a majority of a people. This is why white racism isn't treated like a problem. Because it's fucking not. The majority of people are white. What's going to happen? Is the majority of white people going to get oppressed? No, they're not. They have most of the wealth and power. Meanwhile, black people are a minority, so when racism negatively affects them, it's an actual problem. Because unlike white people, they don't have numbers to back themselves up when it comes to racism. And unlike white people that couldn't make up for the, little bit of racism against white people there is with their wealth and power, black people can't. And I know, the people that already know this basic bullshit might be going, oh come on, now it just sounds like you're breaking down the obvious for fucking morons. And that's because I am! Hedgewik is a prime example of a racist moron who spends all day looking at statistics, except the ones that prove him wrong. A racist and anti-Semitic moron that instead of actually, trying to solve the real problems in the world, would rather prop up fake boogeyman as distractions. Hedgewik is a prime example of what Nazis and KKK people have been doing for years. Propagating bullshit. And there was so much to talk about with him, I'm going to have to do another video, and hell, I'll have to dedicate a whole video to debunking one comic of his. Hedgewik is such a colossal racist and anti-Semitic moron, I don't have enough time to explain why he's an anti-Semitic and racist moron in just one video. To cut down on the amount of brain aneurysms caused by this motherfucker, I would kindly ask you to go to the link down below to his Twitter and report his comics for the, the fucking obvious. And since he's actually came back from another account, that's another thing to report him for. Ban evasion. Now, if you excuse me, I have to go hibernate for at least 24 hours to cope with the amount of moronic bullshit I've had to deal with lately. Thank you for watching the video, and if you liked it, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, check out these links. If you want to tip me, you could go check out my Ko-Fi. If you want to vote for the next video, go to my Twitter. If you want to get some merch with my face on it, go to my merch store. And if you want to get to watch videos early while supporting the channel, go check out my Patreon. Also, the artist that made the OCs in this video is not me. It is Benny Bunny. So go check him out on Twitter. Also, feel free to come down to my Discord with the link down below. New videos are uploaded every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And don't forget to love yourself.